The Gotham Stakes on tap this weekend at Aqueduct. Maybe lost a little of its luster over the years, but still the preeminent local prep for the Wood Memorial. So I'm joined by Scott Shapiro. And Scott, this race perhaps seen better days, but looks like one of its better days might be on tap Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt. Not quite the same race it was in 1989 when the great Easy Goer won, or even 92 when the great Lore, who had made most of his fame on the turf, won this race. But a couple of horses that are intriguing in here in terms of the Derby Trail, Ed, and then just a general pretty good race in terms of the Gotham over the last several years, led by number 3, Highly Motivated, who makes his first start of his 3-year-old campaign for trainer Chad Brown, who has another one in here in Crowded Trade. I know Highly Motivated is a horse that you've been high on in your top 10 ever since that effort in the Nyquist when he earned the 102 Brisnet speed rating. And you rolling with him in this spot?
Yeah, pretty much. I think, I'm fortunate enough to be there the day of the Nyquist, and he was scintillating, and I tried to beat him. So, didn't have rose-colored glasses on by any means. One of the fastest 2-year-old performances last year of any horse. Now he's stretching out, and given the pedigree, no reason to think we can't see that same brilliance going longer. And this is just a one-turn mile, very ideal. Reading the tea leaves, it looks like Chad Brown's brought him along. He hasn't missed anything, and he shows up here. So I'm going to go with all systems go, even as he's probably going to be a short price.
Yeah, Chad's been pointing him this race for some time. I remember an interview about a month ago where I read that the goal was the Gotham. He's been training really well down in Florida, just steady drills every week. Got a chance to look at a couple of his workouts on the XBTV. Very good, looking very, very good. I'm not sure if he's a 1.25 mile horse, but the one-turn mile should fit him perfectly in here. The only concern, he didn't get out of the great gate well in the Nyquist when he did run very fast. If he breaks poorly, you never know how things could go in a race, but there does appear to be plenty of speed signed on. He's not a horse that I'm excited to play against at all.
Yep, no, I'm Tom for sure. But it is a Derby prep race, so there's always some intrigue, always maybe some upside. And anytime you have Bob Baffert involved in a points race, you got to pay attention, and he ships one in.
Yeah, and I noticed that Bob Baffert never has won the Gotham. So obviously that wasn't in his mind when he shipped Freedom Fighter in, kind of trying to figure out exactly what it was. Obviously, he has too many horses to run him just in California, in Arkansas. Freedom Fighter, maybe a horse that he think isn't quite ready to run the 2 turns, ran a monster race off the bench in the San Vicente. Him and Concert Tour put on quite a show that day when Concert Tour just got the best of him in the lane. I don't know. There's other speed signed on. Freedom Fighter draws favorably to the outside, but will be the clear second choice. If you're going to play the race vertically, do you try to beat Freedom Fighter for second, or how do you play it?
I think if Highly Motivated, it's higher than even money. I just take that in the win pool side of things. I will ask, though, just a general handicapping question, because, of course, there's things to be gleaned from this race beyond just the Gotham. As a handicapper, is what Freedom Fighter does here for you a moratorium on Concert Tour?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because they're going 2 turns, or Concert Tour will be going 2 turns. I believe he's slated to go in the Rebel. I think that's a little bit of a different story. I wasn't that concerned that he didn't, that he struggled to get by Freedom Fighter, because Freedom Fighter ran so well that day. So it'll be different. This is a 1-turn mile. That'll be a 2-turn race. Obviously, if Freedom Fighter runs huge, that helps what you think of Concert Tour, a horse that I'm very high on. But if he doesn't run well, I won't be all that concerned, especially if he gets caught up in an early battle. You have Wipe the Slate, Capo Cane, Atlantic Road, Wayburn, a lot of horses that have early zip, which should really set things up for both Highly Motivated and the other Chad Brown, Crowded Trade, who ran a 92 Brisnet speed rating and came home with 100 late pace rating in that debut effort at Aqueduct in late January.
All right, well, it is Highly Motivated for me. Again, Twin Spires Derby leaderboard contest, $25 win wager, and you get the points the horse gets towards your score. So I'm going to go with the chalk here, likely chalk, I would think. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going with Highly Motivated. Not really excited about the price in terms of the win end, but also a horse that I'm not excited to try to beat at all.
All right, well, plenty of points to be scored this weekend, even if you haven't gotten involved yet. Still time, still plenty of 100-point races as well. Twinspires.com/offers. Watch and wager on Twin Spires this weekend. Good luck.